I'll just hope this works. I'm not sure what's happening, to be honest. But
Oh no.
all right, I think it's going. Oh yeah, over 10 seconds.
But hey.
I got this shit on lock, guys. Hello and welcome to the Let's Talk Films podcast, where we talk all things film, mainly film. Let's be fair.
Yep.
We rarely talk about television. I'm your host, Dan Roberts, and I'm here with my regular co-hosts. Say your names, guys. I can't be arsed saying them.
You've just
I'm
forgotten
gonna have a
them. You've
drink.
forgotten our names. It's
Yeah.
been so long.
Yeah, we haven't recorded for so long that.
I'm Lewis.
And I'm Yuan.
Oh, that's great. Some reversal there.
Yeah.
The other day I was talking to my girlfriend and I mentioned you two, and she was like, I always forget which one's which because you never say their names separately. Yeah, so we're going to talk about all the films of the past year,
Yay.
all 2 days of it.
Yeah. That's funny.
I know, I'm a fucking comedic genius,
Well,
aren't I?
joke's on
Lewis?
you. We actually saw a film yesterday.
Oh, what do you see?
Greatest Showman.
Oh, I'm going to see that on Saturday.
Yeah, it's pretty average.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I bet you can't wait.
Excited for that. Pepsi, isn't it great? How are we going to kick this off? Because we're not doing news this week. Because first of all, I don't think we can be asked, and second of all, it's going to be too long a show otherwise.
Yeah.
And people tune out after 10 minutes anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
let's keep it brief.
It's basically Disney's taking over the world, and
Yeah, Disney's taken over the world.
that's about it.
Someone's probably died. Since the last time we recorded, someone probably died.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost certainly.
I'm ill, by the way. What the fuck was I going to say?
You were either going to choose yourself or you wanted to start the top.
I wasn't, because I was
Fine.
going to do something different.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, to anyone who actually cares about what we put out onto the YouTube and,
Yeah. Okay,
and
good. So
SoundCloud
no one.
and all that.
no
Absolutely no one. And we don't know if there'll be a Rick and Morty part 2.
Don't hold your breath.
So, let's get underway with this. Shall we do... Basically, Lewis has got his list. If anyone has listened before, Lewis has a recurring segment that we call Lewis's List, very creatively.
Yes.
It has recurred at least 5 times.
At least 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'd say is good for us, considering our output.
It also had its own spin-off series for 2 episodes.
It did.
No,
they
3
need to
episodes.
come back, but Lewis gets upset because he gets demonetized on something that he doesn't make any money from.
It's not demonetized. They claim it. They claim copyrights, and I get
No.
upset that all my work has just gone to Disney or whatever. Everything goes to Disney in the end.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm just gonna have to figure out a way to get around it.
Yeah. Or you can just put them out and not make any money, which you were doing anyway.
Yeah, I'd be doing that anyway.
Right, so what's going to happen is Lewis is going to do his list after us because he's got approximately how many? Like 40?
Exactly 47.
Oh, 47. Okay. So Lewis is going to do his list after us. So me and you are going to start off. I was thinking, should we do a back and forth? So we say 5 and then each and then 4.
Yeah,
Rather
I haven't
than
ordered
just
mine, but
listen them.
I'll try and do it as we go.
Order them now.
I'll give it a go.
right now.
I think my top is ordered. My bottom isn't, just because
All right. Well, we'll start with the best, shall we?
we shall.
All right. Do you want to start?
I can. My favourite film this year was...
No.
Nah. Whoa,
Wait, what?
Whoa.
5.
5 first. Build up.
5 first.
Oh,
Don't
right, okay.
start good
All right,
and go down. Whoa.
Right, okay. Okay.
That'd be the most anticlimactic fucking countdown.
I didn't think that through.
Let's get all the tension out the way right now.
No one likes tension. All right, okay. Number 5 then. I've got War for the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, really?
I'm lying.
That was nowhere near my top 5, I'm not going to lie.
Really? I've seen a lot less films, I think, than you this year.
Fair enough. It's a good film. I was impressed by it. As about impressed as I was by Dawn.
They've been pretty equal trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Rise and the CGI is not great, but then you look at Dawn, it's still great. So,
Yeah.
you know. So why have you got that at 5, Ewan?
I don't know. I think I just really like the trilogy. To be fair,
Yeah.
I like the way it kind of ties in with the old ones a little bit.
Yeah,
towards
but
the
not,
end.
not like too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rounds it off nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair
And
play.
the CGI is just
CGI's amazing.
amazing. Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah. All right, I'll say my 5, shall I?
No,
Number
so you're
5.
one.
I will not say my 1. I've got Thor Ragnarok.
Oh my god, I haven't got that in my top 5.
I thought I'd have it higher, to be honest. I loved Thor Ragnarok. It's probably because I have a bit of a bias.
You are in love with Chris Hemsworth.
Nah, I am in love with Chris Hemsworth, but Taika Waititi's my G.
Oh,
My
yeah.
homeboy.
Yes, I forgot about that.
My Kiwi buddy.
You gave me buddy.
I think it's the most out there Marvel film.
What about Guardians?
I'd say it's more out there than Guardians. Although Guardians has a lot of good jokes in it and it's quite quirky, it's still pretty by the books.
Okay.
And Thor's by the books, but
I thought Thor was funnier than Guardians. to be
yeah,
fair.
I thought it was
Especially Guardians
a lot
2,
funnier than
which
Guardians.
it means I'm going to swap my number 4 around.
All right, okay.
okay.
Hint there, guys.
Well, I'll talk more about that when I get onto mine.
Right,
Because I
cool.
have a differing opinion.
Okay, but I just think that Thor was leagues ahead of Guardians 2. I mean, in particular. I think Guardians 1's got its place, but Guardians 2 I was a bit meh about.
Guardians 1 is my favourite Marvel film.
Oh, really?
It is, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd say it still wasn't better than Thor.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll get onto that. Yuan, what's your 4?
Right, I've got 4 as Guardians 2,
Right, okay.
but I did forget about Thor. And I did really, really enjoy Thor, so I think I will probably shove Guardians down to 5th and put Thor 4th. And now I have a 6th.
Thor 4th.
So,
That's hard to say. I did struggle, yeah.
so War for the Planet of the Apes is no longer on your top 5.
No, it's not.
Oh, fuck it, shit. All right, cool. Well, do you want to talk about Thor, or do you,
No,
does
I'm
it just
okay.
talk? All right,
I,
cool.
I spoke a bit about it.
I'll go for my 4th then. It's not Thor.
No.
I've already said Thor. That's
He
the point in
avoided
the list.
tongue twisters.
I got Logan at 4.
I forgot about that film as well.
Jesus Christ, John.
You had the
It's alright,
list.
it's alright. That isn't on my top 5. It's fine.
It's not in your top 5.
No, I don't
really?
think so.
That is interesting.
I thought it was just brilliant. It's the first superhero film that's made me feel anything.
Yeah, it was really emotional. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never been fully invested in X-Men, I don't think.
that's
so.
fair. I think I was invested enough in that particular character, and
Yeah.
like obviously Professor X as well, that
Yeah.
it made me actually feel something. Hugh Jackman is he's perfect as Wolverine. Let's be fair.
Yeah, it was a very good film.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people I heard complaining about the violence in it, and I'm like, why?
Yeah,
Why are you
is that a
complaining?
complaint?
I think the violence makes the film, and it's not just a thing of, oh, I love to see gore. It's a thing of the violence adds so much weight to everything in it. It's not just, oh, blood splatter here and blood splatter there.
Yeah.
It's like when someone gets hurt, they genuinely get hurt, and you can see Logan just
Yeah.
getting fucking beaten down towards the end of the film until the point
Yeah.
where you're like, yeah, spoilers, he's dead. All right. You aren't.
Yes.
What's your number 3?
Number 3. I don't know. Between my 2 and 3 is sort of tied, but also I've got a 3 here.
All right,
I have Star Wars Episode 8.
Oh. I haven't got that on my top 5 either. I thought I would.
Yeah.
Loved it,
To be
but
fair, I have just done it really quickly now in my top 5.
That's
But
fair.
I don't know. I really liked it.
yeah.
A lot more than I enjoyed Episode 7.
Yeah.
which I thought was strange because it was very, very different to other Star Wars films. I thought Episode
Yeah.
7 was really generic Star Wars. And they
think,
sort of
yeah,
went
that-
in a
that was
different
the thing.
angle for Episode 8.
I was happy with Episode 8. I know Lewis isn't as happy.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. I think, I thought Episode 8 was great. I can't put it on my top 5. Although I thought I would. I think there's some shots in it that are beautiful. There's one sequence in particular that unfortunately makes it so that I can't put it in my top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. I just put my phone away for some reason. So I'll get it back. At 3, I've got Get Out. I've ordered this weirdly. Just realised. All right.
Okay.
My top 3 are sort of interchangeable. Any of them can go in any position.
Yeah.
But I'll just put Get Out here because, my God, it's good shit.
Yeah.
It is.
It's hands down the best horror film I've seen this year. I've not seen many, to be fair, but
I have. It is the best one.
I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Who is it? Is it Jordan Peele?
Jordan Peele, yeah.
It's his first film.
It's his
Yeah.
first film, and he
It's
comes from a comedy
insane.
place.
Yeah, it's madness. But I feel like that's something you'll like to talk about later, Lewis. So
Sure,
I'll leave
yeah.
it for now. All right. What's your number 2, Ewan?
My number 2 is Spider-Man Homecoming, which I was surprised about because when I first watched this,
Yeah.
I was a bit sort of... I did enjoy it,
Yeah.
but I was a bit skeptical about it because there's been so many versions of Spider-Man, and it was quite a generic one.
yeah.
Apart from a lot of it was the Tony Stark show as well,
Yeah.
which didn't really help it. But then I realised I did like the geekiness of this Spider-Man.
Yeah,
It
he's-
worked so much better than the Amazing Spider-Man.
He's the best blend of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Like,
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah. Which is the main reason it's in my top
Yeah.
5, just because I was very happy with the way the character was portrayed in it.
That's fair. Unfortunately, it's another one that I don't have in my top 5. I did love it though. I thought Michael Keaton's amazing. Like
Michael Keaton was great. Yeah.
he's the standout in that film. Although I did really, really like
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. I forgot his name. Michael Keaton's. Oh, he's really good. The scene in the car is
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of the best scenes of the year.
In Marvel.
Oh
the whole
yeah,
Marvel
just
cinematic
yeah.
universe, yeah.
hands down. It's much better than any of the other Spider-Man films where people find out who he is.
Yeah.
But in Amazing Spider-Man 1, the lizard just takes his mask off.
No, it's when he finds his camera
And the camera's got Peter Parker written on it. Oh, God. All right. My number 2 is Blade Runner.
I really, really wasn't a fan of that film.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew that you weren't like a fan of how slow it was, but I didn't realize you just didn't like it.
I really, really didn't like it. I don't know why. I think maybe I need to watch it again. And I was quite tired when I watched it the first time. I think,
I imagine it's a difficult film to get through if you're tired.
yeah, I'm not convinced that I didn't fall asleep. I'm not actually sure. I don't know. The whole thing was just a bit
It's definitely one you have to be in the mood
meh.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was more than in the mood for it.
yeah. You
Both
really
times I
enjoyed
saw
it.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Ryan Gosling keeps proving to me that he's a much better actor than I've ever given him credit for.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He was great in Drive, but then I hadn't really seen him in much else other than that until The Nice Guys, and then La La Land, and then this.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's just really good. Harrison Ford's a bit. He's just Harrison Ford in it.
Yeah.
But to be fair, he was just Harrison Ford in the original, so I can't really give him too
Yeah.
much shit for that. I thought it was brilliant. Lewis,
Sorry.
you know,
I thought that was my fault.
No. I fidget with things. So I'm currently got 3 things in my hand that I'm playing with. Well, I've got 2 because I dropped one.
is it my things?
Yeah, it's your thing.
All right, okay.
Pepsi nearly came on my nose.
It's all right. You can keep fidgeting.
One
but-
of them's a little roll of tape, which is one I dropped. The other one is a ball of tape that's been screwed up. And the other one is this like mic clamp thing.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Where was I at? Blade Runner. Denis Villeneuve, is that his name? Something like that. It's a long. I can't really pronounce his name.
Who's this?
The director.
Oh no,
Oh,
I
right,
don't know.
okay.
who's
No, I
this.
don't know.
Yeah. He's. Oh, the shots he gets are just beautiful.
Yeah, there was some really artistic shots in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it was just the whole pace thing for me, and
That's fair.
I think maybe I just didn't really care that much about it.
I get why it's difficult to get through the film.
Yeah.
Especially if you're tired. It's a long film. You need to be in it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like properly invested. If you're not invested from the start, you're not going to have fun in that film.
Yeah,
you're
I
not
think-
going to have fun anyway. It's depressing.
I think maybe I should watch it again and rethink it, but at the same time, I'm just like, do I really want to do
That's
that to
fair.
myself? It's hard, isn't it?
If you don't have to like every film, as we'll prove later on.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
No,
But I did. That being said, I did thoroughly enjoy it.
I will buy it on Blu-ray. And
Yeah.
like hands down.
Well, I won't say that because it might spoil what I've rated it on my rating system.
All right, cool. Is it number one next?
It is number
yeah,
one.
Yeah,
okay.
so-
You'll be pleased to know we have one that we agree on as my number
Do
one.
we? Okay.
My number one is Get Out.
Oh, fuck
Okay,
off. I'm not getting
I'll
out. It's my house.
Yeah, no, my
See, Lewis made the effort to get up to
Yeah.
leave, and I just said it.
yeah, but
That's
see, no one would have known if you didn't say
Exactly.
who's the real idiot.
Yeah,
true.
It's me.
Yeah, no, I think horror is one of my favorite genres,
yeah.
and there's so few good, really good horror films out there.
Yeah, now like the modern horror genre.
Yeah, these days it's
so
dreadful,
shit.
isn't it?
And for something like this to come along, for a horror fan, it's really something.
Yeah, it reminded me quite a lot of Psycho in a way,
Yeah.
like the way it was just building up
Yeah, yeah.
without really showing anything to start off with, and then I don't know, it was quite a big twist at the end. You didn't really expect it, I suppose.
Yeah.
It was just interesting. It was a different take on what the genre has become.
Oh,
and
definitely, yeah.
I really miss good horror films.
Well, hopefully he'll be making some more.
Yeah.
I don't know what his next project was. Something like known. I think he was meant to be directing Akira,
All right.
but I don't know if that's happening.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, cool. All right, I'll go for my number one then.
Would you like a drum roll?
Oh yeah, sure, go on. Jumanji.
Fuck you.
No, my number one's Baby Driver.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be this when I saw it on the list. I still haven't seen this, but I remember all year you two have been raving about this film.
I love it. It's so good. I was with my family the other night, and it was like the only night I had off. And they were like, "Should we watch a film?" And I'm like, "You haven't seen Baby Driver yet, so you're watching it." I've seen it 4 times now. Twice in the cinema and twice on sites.
Legal.
Legal sites, yes, exactly. Yeah, I think it's brilliant. What else can I say? The car chases are the best I've ever seen in any film, like hands down.
Yeah.
Edgar Wright, I was amazed by how well he could actually direct something that wasn't just comedy.
Yeah.
Like the attention to detail and all the colour is brilliant.
Yes.
I disliked Jamie Foxx, but I think he meant to dislike Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
I loved spoilers when he dies. That's a brilliant death.
Yeah.
What's his name? Begins with a J.
Yeah.
Like John Hamm.
There you go. Yeah.
John Hamm's brilliant
Yeah.
as Buddy. It's a bit weird watching it now because of Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, I watched it before I came. I watched it again before coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get to see him get horrifically killed.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think whoever the guy from Fault in Our Stars is,
Ansel Elgort.
yeah, I don't think he's great, but
Baby's quite a boring character anyway.
Baby's a boring character,
It's what he does.
but yeah, it's everything else in the film that makes
Yeah.
it so good. And he's got a good like chemistry with the girl in the film
Yeah.
as well, so it's nice.
I think-
And as a fan of music, it's probably swayed me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the best character in the film is the directing.
yeah,
Even though
that's
it's
fair.
not really a character, but the way it's directed, it's a character.
Oh yeah, the way it's like cut to the music is it's
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's just perfectly stitched together
Yeah.
with everything.
Yeah, definitely. All right, cool. Well, that's the end of my Nuance lists. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
we've got worse
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the shit. Do you want to go
Well,
first, Ewan?
literally. No, you can start this time.
All right, cool. At 5, I've got The Mummy. What a piece of shit.
Yeah, I didn't see this after you two saw it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's at 5 because it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. But the fact that they were trying to start the whole Universal Monsters franchise and just failed dramatically makes me laugh a bit.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe was hilarious.
Really bad.
Yeah. But when he's doing like when he's Jekyll and Hyde, sorry, and like he's got his Cockney accent on,
Yeah.
it's just I love it. Love every minute of that. When he's jumping around that room, screaming shit at Tom Cruise. That this film has one good thing going for it, and that's that in every film he does, Tom Cruise does his own stunts. But in this, you can't tell he does his own stunts, so it's completely pointless.
Yeah. It looks terrible.
They put so much shit into the frame that it makes it look like he's not doing his own stunts.
Yeah.
So why even make him do them? Yeah, it's shit.
Just to give you the level of shit that I'm dealing with, The Mummy isn't in my bottom 5.
Oh god.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen as much shit. Like I was looking because last minute, looking on that list of yours, I noticed one film that I needed to be in my top 5, and I was lucky that I got that because otherwise I would have had to put something in that I didn't really hate that much.
Yeah.
I probably would have put Wonder Woman in, but like, fortunately, I found one that was shit enough to put in.
Excellent.
But yeah, I haven't seen that much shit this year. So
No.
anyway,
At 5, I have. Ooh. I'm going to say Justice League at 5.
okay.
Because I've never cringed so many times in a film in my life. Just every moment made me want to hate it even more.
Yeah, it was.
Looking back on Justice League, it is terrible.
Yeah.
I had some fun in it though.
Yeah,
It's very much a comic book film.
did we watch this with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really, really didn't like it.
Yeah. It was the one where we were sat on opposite sides of the cinema.
Yeah.
Because the tickets were booked across.
I don't know why
the
they did that
stairs.
as well. But yeah, I didn't hate it.
See, I haven't put it in my bottom.
I did.
But there were so many bits that just made me want to not watch it anymore.
That's fair.
And I was so glad that it was about an hour and 10 minutes long.
It was short.
Yeah, it was thankfully short.
Like, there were some scenes with Superman in were just shockingly bad. And then things were happening that were just completely irrelevant to the plot, and That's saying something because there wasn't really a plot.
Yeah, it's very much a bad guy wants to destroy the world.
Yeah.
And that's the whole plot. Again, I'm not saying this film's good.
No.
It's very much not good. I just felt it was a bit of a step up from the other shit they've released.
Yeah, you thought it was better than Wonder Woman, didn't you?
Yeah, I fucking hate Wonder Woman. I think, to be fair, my judgment may be clouded by Wonder Woman purely because of the amount of people that love Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
highly rated.
So I think I hate it more because people are like think it's better than it is.
Yeah.
But I had more fun with Justice League than I did with Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
It's not that I think it's a better film; it's that I enjoyed it more.
Yeah, Wonder Woman had bits that made me sigh, sort of just, oh god.
Yeah,
But I actually cringed at scenes in Justice League, so
I didn't cringe at anything as hard as I did with the gas mask scene in Wonder Woman.
Yeah. 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 Did we go to see it twice?
Justice League?
No, Wonder Woman.
No, you did.
I did.
Because I hadn't seen it, and I was like, I need
Yeah.
someone to go with.
Yeah, and we went with Joe as well.
Yeah, we
didn't
went with Joe.
But I was thinking I'd seen it twice. That might be why I hate it more than Justice League. No, I've got other reasons which I'll get into when I
cool.
talk about it.
All right. At 4, I've got Death Note. So initially, because I've seen it twice, unfortunately.
Poor, Dan, you poor soul.
I didn't mean to.
it just my finger slipped on Netflix and I was stuck watching
I watched it the first time, and like my housemate and some of his friends came in while I was watching it, and they were sort of just talking through the whole thing, and I was like, I'm trying to see how bad this is here. And then the second time, it was when Joe was down
Yeah,
in Cardiff.
I watched it with you as well.
Yeah, and like Joe was like, I want to see it. I want to see how bad it is. And I'm like, I've already seen it. I don't want to go through this again. But yeah, so I saw it twice, and it wouldn't have been in my top 5 if I hadn't watched the anime like immediately after it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Because my God, the anime is brilliant, and
It
then
is. It
this
is.
is one of the worst things just ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what's turned us to hate it a bit more
Yeah,
because we
just because the anime is
Yeah.
so good.
we'd watched the anime before the film, so this basically took a massive shit on something that we love.
It's so bad. Light Turner is one of the worst characters.
Not like Yagami.
Not like Yagami.
You
Light
gotta be
Turner.
relatable. Have a relatable surname.
So he's the scene. Like, I get you'd be scared if you saw this big thing.
Big
Like-
Willem Dafoe monster.
I think, to the credit of the film, that looks good. That effect looks good.
I would say that if I could actually see it.
That's
it was
fair.
always in dark.
But
Yeah.
I think like it's the one thing the film has going for it is that Ryuk looks good and Willem Dafoe gives a decent performance.
He does, yeah.
But nah, that kid who plays Light Turner's terrible.
He is terrible,
Like,
yeah.
When he first meets Ryuk and then he's just like screaming, and then he like runs to the window and he does like some fucking Home Alone type shit. It's bad.
Is it that scene where like he sees Ryuk where all the chairs and stuff start flying
Yeah,
at him?
they just
Yeah.
start,
Literally nothing like that happens in the anime.
and then they have like that convoluted bit at the end that is meant to make Light look smart, but then the second you actually stop and think about it, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and the guy who plays L is like such a weeb.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
So at 4, I have 50 Shades Darker.
I didn't see it. I haven't
Yeah.
seen either of the 50 Shades
I-
films.
I watched this one because it was on my list, obviously. Go on, Johan. You give your
Johan's
thoughts.
just staring off.
I don't.
You're trying to remember what you hated about it.
Yeah, I just remember sitting there and wanting to not really live anymore.
I know the feeling.
It was me and Lewis. We were sat in this cinema full of either groups of girls or
Or the elderly.
or like medium-aged couples looking to spice
not
up their
middle-aged.
relationship.
No, medium age.
Medium aged.
Yeah, that's the term, Dan.
And oh, it was just there was so much shit happening in it, and then
No, there wasn't. There was nothing happening in it.
there was a helicopter crash. I remember
Yeah, I
that.
forgot about that.
And he turns up with like he just crashes this helicopter. I'm pretty sure he rented it, and then he just turns up back at his house where this woman is,
Yeah, there's no tension at all.
and then they have a little shag and things are better.
Oh yeah, fair.
That helicopter scene, it happens, they see it on TV or something, the family's like, uh-oh, and then he just walks through the door.
Yeah,
There's
still
no
covered in like a
tension.
bit of mud and blood. I was like, brilliant.
Like he's come straight from the helicopter crash.
It seems like it's just scenes.
It's just
It's just terrible scene. After
it's just
terrible
really
scene.
softcore porn, really.
It's not even that, because there's hardly any sex in it.
Yeah, it's
Not that I wanted it. I
No,
don't want
no.
anything like I don't want to
But-
see that, especially not sat next to Yuan and like with the elderly people in front of me.
but I'm pretty sure people went for that. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, those old ladies were definitely there for that.
And
They wanted to get
it was
the rocks
just
off.
Those medium-aged couples, they knew what was coming.
it was just so
Oh, that's brutal.
boring. And
Yeah,
the only reason I could watch it was because I was laughing at it.
yeah.
But it
couldn't
didn't
have-
make it good.
Yeah, I couldn't have watched it by myself.
Yeah.
I would have actually killed myself.
I would have walked out, I think.
Oh yeah, if I was
Didn't
in
I
the
wanna,
cinema,
I think
would
I
have
wanted to
walked out.
walk out.
I think so. And I was like, no, it's on my list. I have to stay. You can go, but I have to stay.
I think it was this film that I really wanted to walk out of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair play. All right. At 3, I've got Baywatch.
I didn't see this one.
Good,
Yeah,
good
you're-
for you.
You're lucky. It's just shit. There's not really much to say about it because you can tell how shit it was going to be from the trailers, like what type
Yeah.
of shit it was going to be.
Yeah, it was exactly what I was expecting it to be.
Look, I like The Rock, but
I don't.
His charisma can't get him everywhere.
I don't think he's charismatic. I
Yeah.
don't understand what everyone likes about The Rock, to be honest.
He's just not in films, but like he's just a charismatic guy, just
All right.
in general.
I'm sure he's a nice guy in general,
Oh,
but
he seems lovely.
in films, not at all.
No. Zac Efron's all right as a person. but-
Yeah, he's a decent comedic actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
And a decent
Not in
actor
this.
from The Greatest Showman,
Yeah.
from what I
Yeah.
can tell.
no, he's not. He's not good in this.
No.
No one's good in this.
No, no one is.
There was the girl in it who's just a sex object for Zac
You
Efron.
mean every woman in this film?
Well, yeah, but you know the main one with the eyes and the other two things.
That's the only thing you feel comfortable saying. Now, she wasn't a sex object, I don't think. The other one was. The one that
The blonde one.
the nerdy guy wanted.
But there's
I was
a
going to say the nerdy guy was.
there's a scene.
Oh, he was
There's
definitely.
a scene dedicated to Zac Efron looking at her tits.
I don't remember that scene.
It's literally just him looking at her tits, and then she's saying something, and she's like, "Hey, my eyes are up here," and he's like, "Oh, sorry," and then he just starts looking at her tits again. That's the whole scene.
I think I remember that scene now. Does she
Bad.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
bad film.
Bad film.
But what did I expect from the director of San Andreas?
is that who it was?
Yeah,
It's a bit of a different genre to take on.
is it? They're both schlock. All right,
I don't know how I've done this, but I've still got 3 left.
What the fuck are you doing, Ewan?
No, you don't. You have 2 left. You've done those 3.
No, I haven't. Dan did
Oh,
that
no, you
one.
Dan did that one.
Oh, it's my third now, isn't it? Because you went first.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all right, yeah. I have the right amount left. Okay. Oh, what should I put third? I think
It's
third,
a tough one.
I will put Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see it.
Oh, didn't you?
No.
I had no idea what was happening. Honestly,
Have you seen the anime?
no.
I have.
Did you have any idea
Did you
what
have
was
any
going
idea
on?
what was happening?
Not particularly, no.
Did you have any idea what was going on in the anime?
No.
Are they just both shit?
Well, you see,
All right, here we go.
when when the controversy first came out, that like, oh, Scarlett Johansson whitewashing all this,
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just watch it and see what it's like. So it was on Netflix, so I just looked at it and watched it. I wasn't really concentrating on it, so
Yeah.
that's maybe why I didn't understand it, because it is in Japanese.
I'd love it if you had the subtitles off. You're wondering why you can't understand it.
They all talk so quick.
When
and
are they
I
I'm
gonna
just not following this at all.
When are they going to start speaking this alien language? Yeah, but the thing the anime had was visuals.
Right,
It had very
okay.
good visuals, like, and interesting concepts as well. Some of them they didn't really go into depth on. Like, this one guy thinks he has a wife and kids,
Right.
and then he finds out that he doesn't, and he's like freaking out.
Yeah.
But they just skim over that part.
All right. Fair.
That part is actually in the
that
film
does
as
happen
well.
in the film.
Yeah.
and
But
I don't think you actually know who that character is. He's just sat in a van.
No, yeah, you don't know who it is in the anime either. It's pretty. That scene is pretty similar to the anime, but I think they do a little bit more with it in the live action thing. But it's just terrible.
Yeah, I don't really remember a heck of a lot about this, and it's just because I had zero interest in it.
It's very
once I didn't know
forgettable.
what was going on.
Yeah.
I remember she jumped off a building at the end again.
Yeah, but I feel like I only remember that because it was in the trailer.
Yeah. She did that at least twice in the film.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I didn't like this film at all.
That's fair. It sounds pretty shit. I probably won't get around to watching it.
no,
Yeah, don't.
I would. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
My number 2 is Jigsaw.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. I didn't hate it that much until the end.
Oh,
It
when
was-
I tried to tie it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just another Saw film until that point, at which I sort of thought, oh yeah, I've seen it before. It's gore, but this is what I was expecting.
Yeah,
And then that twist's just awful. I knew the twist beforehand,
yeah, you did.
but I didn't realise how bad it was going to be implemented.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really hate it this much. Like, it's not on my bottom 5,
No,
but
I don't think it's on mine either.
I just thought, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
this franchise was done after 3.
Yeah, this was the one I was dreading most on my list, and
Yeah.
it wasn't that gory. So
It wasn't that gory.
no,
I
compared
was-
to some of the first ones.
Yeah, compared to like
in fact,
compared to like 6 and 7.
yeah, 7.
6 and 7 were like, we're just gonna fuck you up. Like, I remember, was it 6? It was one of those two. It starts with Chester Bennington or Benningfield, you know, the guy at Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
It starts with him super glued to a car chair,
Yeah.
and then like,
He gets ripped through the windshield.
yeah, well, he like drives at his friend, and then like he rips his friend in half because his friend's chained up, and then like he gets rammed into something else, and then he gets flung through the windshield,
And his back skin is
all his skin
super
rips
glued.
off it. So like when you compare it to that,
Yeah,
it's not.
It wasn't gory at all, really.
No,
No, I think the goriest thing was the first bit with the head being sliced open with the bucket on it.
oh yeah,
Or maybe the guy that gets...
I'd say that the guy that gets
Swizzle
but like
cut.
the effect that they have on him is like when I went to Disneyland when I was younger and I saw someone with like a potato on a stick. It looks like that.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's a bad film.
Yeah.
It's shit. Mm-hmm. All right, What's your number 2?
My number 2 worst film is Transformers.
Oh,
I really didn't like this film. I also had no idea what was going on in this film.
yep.
I just didn't like it. I remember sitting there through it and just thinking, this is shit.
Yeah. Well, I may as well say this now. My number 1's Transformers.
Yeah.
I hated every second of it. When they revealed that the Earth was Unicron, I lost my shit.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that, but because I didn't know anything about like Transformers lore,
Yeah, no, I don't know
Yeah,
anything
it was
about
just like,
Transformers.
okay, this is
I was just willing to accept it because I didn't give a shit.
But Unicron's meant to be able to transform. So what happens when he transforms?
Everyone dies.
The entire world
That's
dies.
the next
Yes.
movie. Transformers, everyone dies.
You know how they're going to do it, though. They're going to fucking have the horns go back and he's going to come out the ocean.
Yeah.
Then they're going to go, oh, well, see, we gave you Unicron. Not properly, but we gave you Unicron. Fortunately, this didn't make as much as the last few. And Michael Bay's not going to be directing anymore.
Yeah, but have you seen how many are planned?
I know.
There's like an infinite number of them planned.
I will hold out. No, I won't hold out judgment. They're all going to be shit.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see what the Bumblebee film's going to be like.
The R-rated Bumblebee.
It's not going to be R-rated, is it?
All right. I've heard that it's supposed
They're,
to...
they're
if they
going to
were
do an
talking about
R-rated
it-
Transformers film, but
Oh,
it's
right,
not
okay.
Bumblebee.
Okay. Understood.
So I'm interested to see how that turns out, and then based off that, I may just stop watching this franchise. Because
Yeah.
it's like The Walking Dead of films.
Oh, yeah.
I've totally given up on the
I've completely stopped on Walking Dead.
I've caught up on Walking Dead.
My sister
Oh,
told me
yeah.
everything
If
that
you want
happened
it.
in it the other day.
Yeah, Lewis was saying last time, like when we last went to the pub quiz, that
Yeah.
like spoilers.
Spoilers.
Who
Just
gives a
10
fuck about
seconds
Walking
if you
Dead?
really care about Walking Dead.
Carl's dying.
Yeah, did he get
Yeah.
mauled by a tiger or something?
No, I got
No.
bit.
The tiger got mauled by zombies,
Oh,
which is what happens in the comics.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's Carl's just
Carl
dead.
got. It was a weird like half season. It was all like different time scales. I think.
I was looking into this, and it's all the behind the scenes shit. That's why he's gone in it.
Yeah, this is why I saw something online. There's like Chandler Riggs fired from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And I was like, so they're killing him or what? So
Yeah.
I watched it to find out. And yeah, they're killing him.
cool.
He just he's trying to save someone in the forest, and then these zombies attack him, and then it looks like he got bit. I was like, surely he just got bit then.
Yeah.
But then he's fine. And then it's revealed in the mid-season finale that yes, he actually did get bit.
Oh God. Yeah.
I'm happy though because I hated Carl, so I guess it's a step in the right direction.
That's fair, but are you gonna keep watching?
I probably am, to be honest.
Lewis, don't do it. Don't.
I'm not supporting
Well,
it. I'm watching it all illegally.
They've said now that there will be an end.
oh, good.
Because, well, I don't know if they've said it, but when he got fired, he put like a statement out about it being one of the last series of The Walking Dead.
Oh, right, okay. That is
So-
good. Because the producers have been like, it's going to go on forever.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm glad they're ending it.
I'm glad they've said that it's going to end because
It should have ended.
It should, yeah.
Such a long time ago.
It did not. It could have had the same lifespan as the comics.
It could have, yeah.
'Cause
if they'd
the comics
done it
is-
as well. Comics. Are still
I
going.
haven't read one for a while, but the last few I read were still good quality.
Yeah.
But the show is just bad.
Yeah.
It should have ended at like. The last time I really remember enjoying it was probably season 4.
Yeah, I was going to say season 4.
Yeah.
After that, I just stopped caring.
I just don't remember after season.
After the prison, I was sort of like,
Yeah.
it's sort of done
Yeah.
now. Anyway, let's get back to the films. Johan, what's your number 1?
Wait, we never had your number 2,
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
did we?
Yep,
What was it?
Jigsaw.
Oh yeah. What did I say? Oh yeah, and then I'm so confused.
Because Transformers
'Cause I
is your
didn't
number
start.
2,
This is
and
already
it was my
confusing
number
me.
1.
Right, okay, my number 1 was Death Note. It really pissed me off. I was so angry at this film. Just the anime is really, really good.
Yeah.
And
is.
like you said, they just took a massive shit on it.
Yeah, they really did.
Nothing about this film related to the anime. Apart from names, and even that was pulling
Nah,
in threads.
because there was
It was 50% of his name.
Light Turner and Mia rather than Misa.
Yeah.
So the two of the biggest characters in the film and the anime,
Yeah.
then the names aren't right.
yeah.
Yeah. El's
then-
got the same name and Ryuk's got the same name.
Yeah,
think
but
that's
L's
about
name's
it.
one letter, so
Yeah.
it was difficult.
They changed that.
Detective K.
I wouldn't put it past them to actually do it.
No.
Though.
So bad.
It's just the fact, like, they made him look so stupid in this film, and in the
Who, L?
L, yeah.
Yeah.
He was quick to violence and
Yeah.
he was really aggressive.
he just like grabbed that futuristic gun as quick as he could.
Yeah.
What was with that gun? I thought this was set in modern day.
Yeah.
That's a weird gun.
Yeah.
It's fucking Blade Runner looking shit. Why's it got that?
And everything Light did in the anime was really calculated, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and in this film, it was just rash and stupid.
In this film, he's reading a death note in like the basketball court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mia comes up to him and he's like, "Oh, hey, you want to see this? I can kill people with it."
Yeah.
If they were going to do it, I think they should have made it into either a few films or
It should have been a Netflix series.
a Netflix series, yeah.
If like they had to do it.
Yeah. Here's what they should have done. Not done anything.
Yeah.
There's already a Death Note movie.
Yeah, but that's bad.
So is this. So what? They should have
achieved
learned.
nothing.
I'm
That one was Japanese as well. So the people who the culture that made the anime is trying to make a live action movie, and they can't even do it.
I've got one good takeaway from Death Note.
Okay.
I wouldn't have watched the anime if I hadn't watched the film.
Okay.
I think that
So-
might be helped by the fact that we said the anime is so much better.
I get that.
I think if people
Yeah.
watch that film,
It's true, but if people watch that film and then watch reviews of that film that say
Yeah.
the anime's better, I feel like it's going to get... I do feel like the anime's become more popular recently.
Yeah, it probably has, but it could also have the negative effect too.
It's true.
Yeah, my friend saw the film and he was
Yeah.
like, "That was shit," and I
Yeah.
was like, "Just watch the anime, you'll be fine." And he has, so I suppose it has somewhat of a positive impact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends who's watching it, I suppose, and who
Yeah, it's true.
they relate with.
Yeah, if
Very
you've
true.
got friends willing to convince you to watch the anime, or you listen to a podcast,
yeah.
where we tell you to watch the anime.
No one's listening. It's 50 minutes in.
Everyone's gone.
All right. As I say, 50 minutes in. Lewis, start your fucking massive
Start my
list.
Okay, feel free to jump in with some of the middling ones that you may have seen as
All right,
well
cool.
that you haven't yet talked about. I won't stay too long on things that we've already talked about to try and move it up. I guess I'm starting with the worst,
Yeah.
which is a bit of an anticlimax, but I guess I might as well. It's what I thought it was going to be. Well, actually, there were three at the bottom, pretty interchangeable.
Yeah. Okay. You're right there, Ewan.
Yeah, that's what.
All right.
The worst
Ewan
one
was making some weird face and rocking in his chair, just so you know. All right.
The worst film. Neither of you have seen it. Neither of you should see it.
Okay.
It's the Emoji Movie. Obviously,
Really, that's the worst one.
it is the worst one because it's a middle finger. It's just a giant middle finger advertisement. It's a middle finger emoji.
Fair
That's
enough.
the main character in this movie.
Not meh.
No, it's not Gene. The
best person to convey a character to the audience.
No, you see,
Meh.
you see, Dan. Gene is special. He has multiple emotions.
Ah, great.
Yeah, and it's all about embracing Just Dance.
So
And it's all about using Spotify.
you know, high five. What's his emotion?
Annoying.
Yeah, but like, he is a high five.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. Just shit. emojis. There's like they just use it as jokes.
I wonder what emotion the plane has.
I wonder what emotion the elephant has.
I wonder what emotion the Russian flag has.
I will bet it's pretty serious. It believes in equality and communism.
Yeah, anyway, back to the Emoji Movie, the plot, and why I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I would like to be part of the animation industry. I'm in university trying to study animation, and this is just the worst kind of animation. It's just an ad for Just Dance. It's an ad for Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, just everything you can do on your phone. You do it. Buy it. Buy things.
I struggle with Sony animation and Sony in general,
Yeah.
as you know.
Mm.
They've made some not terrible films,
Yeah.
such as, although it's rather childish,
Mm-hmm.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is not a bad film.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah, no,
actually a
it's
pretty great film.
Quite a good film, yeah.
I was looking at some other stuff the other day. I know they've made other stuff along the same lines. It's
Yeah.
pretty decent.
I feel like whenever I find a Sony movie that I actually like, I didn't know it was a Sony movie.
Yeah, exactly. But then they make just the worst shit.
The worst shit.
Smurfs.
Yep.
Smurfs
It is
2.
Smurfs.
Smurfs 2 in particular.
I haven't seen Smurfs 2.
It's
I think I
horrendous.
have. I don't really remember what happens in it, but I remember watching it.
It's just horrible. It's a horrible experience.
Just like the Emoji Movie.
So yeah, I can imagine that it's not a particularly good film.
No, it's not even a film. It's not a film. It's an hour and a half ad for mobile apps, and I'm pretty sure Just Dance doesn't even have an app. They just shoehorned it in
No,
there.
it does. I checked the other day because
Okay.
I was like, but I'm assuming they brought it out along the same time as,
Yeah,
as
I
Emoji
can
Movie.
Guess that.
Yeah.
And the climax is them getting saved by the Twitter bird. And
Oh,
that
wow.
flies them to safety.
Wow.
Because the Wild Style from Lego Movie ripoff,
Yeah.
whatever she's called, she's actually secretly a princess, and she can summon birds by singing. You know, like in those terrible Disney movies. What dumb movies. Let's make fun of those.
Just the worst animation.
Yeah. You want terrible animation, you go straight to Disney. Sony is where it's at.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sony's consistently put out great content.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That
Emoji Movie,
Fucking
the worst movie this year,
bad shit.
in my opinion.
That's fair. All right, what's next? It's going to take a long time.
Yeah. Well, no, because almost equally bad. 50 Shades Darker.
All right,
We've already
okay.
talked about that.
Talk about that.
It was a nightmare. 45 Transformers, The Last Night.
Bad shit, isn't it?
Yeah, it felt like it was 7 hours long, and I hated every second of it.
Yeah. It's the shortest Transformers film.
I don't care. I hate it.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm
I'm
not
just-
watching the other ones. I didn't have to watch the other ones. I had to watch this one.
I'm just saying, it's the shortest Transformers film, and it felt like the longest. Somehow, they managed to make me hate it more than Revenge of the Fallen,
Wow.
and that is an awful film. Like, truly, truly terrible. Mm-hmm. There's a scene when someone is standing underneath a Transformer's testicles in that film. And I hated Transformers The Last Night more. Is that it? It's The Last Night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Fallen has somewhat of an excuse, wasn't it? Made in during
Yeah,
the
it was
writers'
made
strike?
during the writer's strike.
So it didn't have a writer
and
really.
Basically, Michael Bay shot the action sequences, and then he was like, "Oh, we'll write it later."
Yeah. But this film actually had writers.
Yeah, this film had writers, and it's
a
bad.
plot
And
in air quotes.
and they needed to sell cars, so they made Anthony Hopkins drive 3 separate cars, one of which had the wrong side of the steering wheel. A British car he was driving in Britain
Yeah,
that had his steering wheel on the left hand side.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's so
I
shit.
forgot how much I hated this film.
I was watching something the other day. I think did Ralph the Movie Maker?
Yeah.
And like, there's like this phone call with Anthony Hopkins and the other guy.
Yeah.
And like, it's one of the weirdest edited phone calls I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, it's so strange.
Yeah, and something I wasn't sure about. I thought it was weird when I first saw it, but I kind of forgot about it until I saw Ralph the Movie Maker's video. Someone does an impression of Anthony Hopkins.
Oh yeah, they do.
It's weird.
It's really strange.
These obviously didn't record enough lines or something, so someone recorded lines trying to do an impression of him, trying to make him say something, but they say it right after the actual Anthony Hopkins has said something, so it's jarring.
They go, genius, and then he has a really somber line.
Yeah, it's. I noticed it was jarring when I first watched it, but I kind of just forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then I saw that video and I was like, yeah.
It's really strange.
Okay, I'll
Right,
move
go
on. We've already talked enough about Death Note,
Yeah,
which
we
is
don't
number
need to talk about that
44.
anymore.
43 is Snatched,
Ah,
the Amy Schumer comedy.
I know you're excited for this one.
It wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
Well, it's still number 5.
On your list.
Yeah.
47 films.
I thought it was going to be. it's number 43 of 47, so yeah, it's not doing brilliantly. I've told you guys about the worst joke I've ever heard in my life.
Oh yeah.
They come into the hotel, and Amy Schumer's trying to book in, and her mum's just, on the side doing something else. She gets offered a drink. She takes a sip, and she says, "Oh, what is this?" And the man talking to Amy Schumer says, "Welcome." And then the mum spits the drink all over Amy Schumer. Do you get it?
No,
She
can
thought-
you explain it for me, please.
Oh yeah, well Amy Schumer does a good job of doing that right after, because that joke does need explanation. She says, "No, Mum." He said, "Welcome. They're not giving you whale semen." So the joke was,
Oh, right, okay, I didn't actually get whale.
yeah.
It's a pretty weird one. Like, they don't sound that similar.
Well, the accent, I suppose.
Welcome.
I didn't get it. He
You
said
wouldn't.
welcome.
You
Like,
wouldn't.
welcome.
You wouldn't assume someone said "welcome."
No, that's
No.
a horrific leap in logic.
Yeah, no, I thought it was just like, welcome.
Oh right.
But
no, I
I
just
didn't
didn't
think welcome.
get it the first time I heard it.
I did get it, but I didn't get welcome.
Yeah, no.
All right, I think that's all we need to.
No, I've got
know
one
about.
more thing to
All right,
say.
okay.
Amy Schumer kills 3 people in this movie.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
I was not expecting.
yeah. The first one was, I think it's around the middle of the movie. She shoots a guy. The second one is at the end of the movie. She shoots a guy, and the third one was me. She killed me with this movie.
Speaking of killing people, I've just remembered that in 50 Shades there is a lot of violence, which is really not expected. Do you remember she holds a gun up to someone?
Oh yeah,
There's like a big ultimatum scene where she's got a gun up to someone's head, and I think he's got a knife or something up to her because she's in the lift.
In 50 Shades.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The romance film.
yeah. That's just. It was. We're moving on. 42 was Rings.
I didn't see it.
Rings was one of the things I did a video on, so you can watch that if you're really interested. Because I do not remember anything about Rings except how much I hated it. 41 is Jigsaw. We talked about Jigsaw.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I hated it. It was terrible. 40 is The Mummy, which we've also talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was laughable how they thought they were going to get a cinematic universe.
I
out
love
of
that it starts with the Dark Universe logo.
Yeah. In the last one, Dracula Untold or whatever, they got away with it because they didn't
Yeah.
do anything that was like.
And also,
significant.
they did set up like the universe with that because like they had modern day, and then it cut to, I can't remember his name. One of the characters in it is just in the modern day, and he was meant to have died, and then he just goes like, "The game begins," and then it ends.
Right.
But no, this was definitely worse for it.
Yeah. Before it's even started, they show the Dark Universe logo, which will never be seen in film again.
No.
Unless they're really desperate, which I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, no, I was going to say they may well do.
The 39 is Baywatch. We've talked
Bad.
about that. It made me laugh once, and
bit?
even then it was just a...
Hey, was it the bit when the fat guy like jumps on the chair and he gets his dick caught in the chair?
Surprisingly not.
Oh, but that was comedy genius.
Yeah, well, I'm a tough
How?
egg to crack, I suppose.
How
That
the fuck did he do that?
it was like a wooden deck chair.
Yeah, he was
and-
trying to hide his boner.
Yeah, he's trying to hide his boner.
By
and
jumping on a chair?
He jumps on the chair and then.
It folds up on...
No, it doesn't fold up.
Oh,
he just gets his dick and balls caught in the chair.
And you get to see a dead guy's penis as well.
Oh yeah, you do.
They investigate
That's
the
just what I've
body.
always wanted to see.
It's fun. It's fun. That film made me want to take up drinking.
Yeah.
I don't drink for anyone who's listening. I've never drank. And that film made me want to start.
Yeah. Understandable. Anyway, the one time I laughed, and it wasn't even a real laugh, is when The Rock is working in the car phone warehouse or whatever. And it's because this joke has a setup and a payoff.
Right.
The setup is Zac
yeah.
Efron sees the little mini Rock in The Rock's fish tank. He has a little miniature of himself.
Yeah.
In the Baywatch uniform, and then later on he gets fired from that and he works in the car phone warehouse.
Yeah.
And then it shows the little miniature is now in a car phone warehouse uniform, which I thought was the only clever thing in the movie.
That's fair. You're not wrong.
Yep. 38 is The Dark Tower. I don't suppose any of you saw this.
No, I didn't see it.
It wasn't initially on my list, but
So you just go and see it.
I was going out with
Put
my
yourself
friend
through it.
to the cinema, and we were like, nothing else is on. Why not?
Fair enough.
I don't know what happened. No idea. Couldn't follow it at all. There's a kid draws pictures of Matthew McConaughey. Mahoney. And then there's portals, and then Idris Elba shoots people,
Oh, yeah.
but in really like ricochet bullets way, because he's gunslinger, which is like a type.
Sounds
of
like
person.
a film from like the early 2000s.
Yeah, well, it's a Stephen King book. It and this are supposed to be like his big universe building
Oh, right.
stories. I don't think this is going to kick off any big franchise, to be honest. 37, one that I was surprised you didn't put on yours, Yuan. Underworld Blood Wars.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that film.
Yeah, I
didn't
thought you
see
might
it.
have forgotten.
Oh, wait.
about-
No, you did. Didn't you?
No,
just me and you.
No, I watched the first half hour of it, like at home,
Mm,
and then I realised that I didn't need to,
yeah.
so I stopped. Well, I've seen all the other Underworld films.
Yeah, you
Were
called
they your
them.
guilty
They've
pleasure?
yeah, they've sort of been my guilty pleasures, but then with this one, I realised that nah.
My guilty pleasure is Pretty Woman.
Yeah, we were trying to
At
figure
least-
out what kind of anything you got from.
Yeah.
If you watch the
that.
first two, the third and fourth are not great. Neither are the first two. If you watch the first two, you can get something out of them. There's like good camp action.
Okay.
Bill Nye's great at being just evil. Yeah, they're not good films, but that's why they're guilty pleasure.
Was it that
Okay.
one that I wanted to walk out of? There was definitely a film
This was
that I
the
wanted to leave.
this was the first one I saw, and to like.
I didn't
For
want
the
to walk
list.
out of any films this year.
No, I don't think. I mean, I felt it for 50 Shades.
I only had one last year that I wanted to walk out of, and that was Hardcore Henry.
Yeah, but that wasn't because it was terrible. It was because it was.
It gave me a
Motion
fucking headache.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I had to pause Snatched after the whale cum joke because I had to recollect and try and calm myself down.
All right.
Yeah.
What's next?
Ghost in the Shell. We've talked about that. It had some decent visuals. This is the first one in the watch on TV category. All the other ones have been never again. I did in my videos that I made. I drew little props and whatnot and put them by signs. I did continue to do that.
I know you sent over the picture. I'll put them up.
You can or you can't. It took me a lot of time, so
I'll put them up.
I'd
Liz.
appreciate
Don't
it.
worry.
I appreciate it if you would. So yeah, we're on the watch on TV bit now with Ghost in the Shell. The reason I put it on watch on TV is because it has some decent visuals, but not a lot.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I feel like it could be a background thing that I would put on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put it in the background and feel like you're not missing out on any storyline
Yeah.
quite easily.
Cool.
35 is Fate of the Furious.
Ah, yes.
Family.
Family.
It's not as good as some of the other ones, actually. It's not as... It's just as over the top, but it's not as enjoyable now.
Right. I haven't seen any other ones. This is my first one.
I'd say 5 is the best, because it like teeters the line of how ridiculous can this be.
Right.
There's a scene at the end when there's like a car chase and they're pulling a bank vault with like these 2 cars.
Right.
And they're like being chased by police and stuff, and it's like a really, really enjoyable scene, but it also has good character development and stuff in it. In the 5th one,
that sounds very similar to a film that came out this year, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah,
opens with that.
It's kind of like that, but not the worst thing I've ever seen. And then 6 got like a bit more over the top because that was the one that had like, I think that was the one where they threw cars out of planes, or maybe that was 7.
Right.
No, that was the one where they had a tank on the like the freeway.
Right.
And that scene's mad, but like it's great.
Right.
And then 7, that lost me a bit.
This is the one where they get a load of automatic cars.
That's 8. Yeah, that's 8.
Oh yeah, sorry. This is 8. Yeah.
8. Yeah, 7. They jump a car from one building to another building, like a skyscraper.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's a weird film, but it did one really good thing in 7. Is, well, I guess it did. I say that it's the one that Thingy died while making.
Yeah.
So it was a good send off to him, to be fair.
Okay.
But it introduced Jason Statham.
Okay.
Which him and The Rock in Fast and Furious 8, I love everything about every scene they're in. The whole prison break sequence, I love it.
Yeah.
Jason Statham killing a load of people while he's throwing a baby about a plane is amazing. I love that scene. That's one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
Okay. That was pretty funny. I think why I put this not in Never Again, I think it's my cinema experience was pretty good. I was the only person in the screen. I went by myself and there was no one else there. So I really enjoyed being
I just find with Fast and Furious films, except for Tokyo Drift, there's enjoyment to be had.
Okay.
I can't say they're terrible films. I can say they're bad films. But I think there's something to enjoy with them.
Yeah, I did enjoy them hacking automatic cars and driving them off.
It's madness.
Yeah, driving off a multi-story car park onto the heroes driving beneath. Yeah, and then the baby sequence.
That's brilliant.
On the plane.
There's going to be...
It just sounds fucking ridiculous.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, mate, it's so mad.
I just know the family reference from every advert.
Yeah.
There's going to be a Rock and Jason Statham spin-off film, and I'm so excited for that. Like, I'm so excited. Oh, it's mad. I hope they go into space.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I hope Vin Diesel stops, though. I don't like him.
No, I'm not a fan.
He's not a good actor. No. Oh, there's a Vin Diesel film on this list that we'll get to. I'm excited now.
It's pretty further up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fair play.
Right, 34 is Boss Baby. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's not the best thing I've ever seen. My logic for putting it in the watch on TV category was if, like, some of my younger relatives were watching it, I wouldn't say, turn this trash off, watch
Yeah.
something else. I'd be like, fine.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I replaced Ghost in the Shell with Boss Baby on mine.
Yeah. The other way around.
Yeah.
You place Boss Baby with Ghost in the Shell.
Yes.
Yeah. I would have done the same, apparently, because Ghost in the Shell is further down. Yeah, but if they were watching, like, the Emoji Movie or something like that, I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
turn it off
That's
and
fair.
punch them in the face.
Your own
Fucking
family.
deck your
Yes,
cousins.
my own
6-year-old
family.
cousin.
Throw them into the TV and disown them.
That's fair. I get it.
33 is Jumanji. Welcome to the jungle.
Really? Is that low down?
Yeah,
I guess you've got a bit of a bias.
I have. I love the original Jumanji.
Because Yuan's in it.
Yeah, Yuan is in the original Jumanji. Please put a picture up down.
I'm sure it's already been
It's
on
been
there.
up.
It has.
Go find the video where it's already up there.
Can I put a picture of your face, Yuan?
Put a picture of you.
When I'm a baby.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's okay. I've recently been told that when I was younger, I look like 11 from Stranger Things.
Actually, no, I get
yeah,
that.
I got told
get that.
a couple of weeks ago that I look like a famous serial killer. That's the only person I've ever been compared to in my life. I can't remember his name, but
Okay.
apparently I look like a serial killer.
Right. Let's wrap this up so I can
Right.
get out of your house. Yeah, Jumanji was a lot of wasted potential.
Yeah.
But it had some good visuals, I guess. No.
Really?
No, it didn't.
They look terrible in the
It-
trailer.
Yeah, I'm taking that instantly back. I'm trying to remember why I
Is
gave
Karen
it-
Gillan any good?
She's not terrible. She's not good. The Rock is not terrible,
But he's not good.
not good. Oh, there was a joke that I liked, but
Right.
it got ruined instantly by Kevin Hart.
Of course.
They like tap the chest or whatever, and they come up with their like little strengths and weaknesses. And
Yeah, yeah.
Kevin Hart's one of Kevin Hart's weaknesses is strength.
Right.
So like it came up with the list, and it was like weaknesses, strength, and I was like, oh, that's pretty funny, I guess.
yeah.
But then he goes on about it like, how the hell my weakness strength? What? And he does all that stuff for
funny.
a few seconds.
It's funny,
and
that.
just just rams.
I love in the trailer when one of his weaknesses is cake, and then it shows him eating cake, and he's like, "I didn't blow up," and then he blows up.
Yeah.
That's
great.
such good comedy.
But he asks, "Am I still black?" It's funny because he's black.
Hey, did you know Kevin Hart's a small black man?
No, I didn't. It's not like any of his jokes make fun of the fact that he is short or a black man.
What are you doing, you?
It keeps sliding
The
down.
worst. Just tighten it.
Yeah, forgot to do that last time. I lifted it up and I forgot to tighten it.
All right. Continue.
Just one last thing about Jumanji.
All right.
Jack Black is terrible and I hate him.
Jack Black's just the worst.
He plays a teenage girl in this one.
I have a friend in Cardiff who likes Jack Black.
Sorry, he plays what Jack Black thinks is a teenage girl, and who also has a crush on Nick Jonas, who is in this movie as well.
I have a friend who likes Jack Black in Cardiff, and George, if you're listening, why?
You're wrong. I don't know you, but you're wrong. Yeah, there are a lot of "I have a penis" jokes. There's a scene where they pee. They teach Jack Black how to pee out of a penis.
I gotta wonder why these virtual characters have penises.
Yeah, well, this is another
Or
penis
genitalia
joke.
in
Yeah,
general.
well, Kevin Hart says, "I checked. My penis is the first thing I checked, and I'm thankful that I have brought at least one thing with me from real life."
But he's black too, so he's got
Yeah.
two things.
And yeah,
He brought his skin color.
his skin color and his dick size, brilliant. And also, there is another scene where Jack Black saves Nick Jonas's life, and he gives him a hug, thank you, and
Yeah.
gets a boner.
Oh, that's funny.
At least the
Because he's gay.
yeah, the good thing is that you don't see it.
Right.
I don't have to rinse that visual out of my mind. But they do go on about it, and like
Yeah.
That
All
can't
right.
remember why
quality
I
comedy
put this as a
on
2.
films.
Huh?
That's the quality comedy I'd look for in films.
Oh yeah,
That is-
there's so smart.
So smart.
I think there are a few clever things with the video game element. Some of the NPCs, like characters, they just say the same thing.
Yeah, but does it make up for it?
No, not
No.
at all. It's still terrible. Don't see it.
All right, cool. I won't.
32 is Wonder Woman.
All right.
Was that
We
this
talked
year?
about the.
It was,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Jesus.
Yeah, we were talking about. You prefer Wonder Woman to Justice League.
Yeah.
But we prefer Justice League to Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I'll give my reasoning now because
Okay.
Justice League is 31, so just above Wonder Woman.
All right. Okay.
Justice League didn't offend me.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman offended me with all these killing German soldiers
Yeah.
like they're villains.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that about it. at all.
Yeah.
Because I got into an argument with Ethan about because he really hated Justice League, like really passionately hated it. I got into an argument with him about how Wonder Woman's not a better film,
Yeah.
and Ethan had this argument because I started talking about the ending of Wonder Woman,
Yeah. That's
And he
another
was
problem
like-
I have with it.
but the war doesn't stop. I'm like, no, it does.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I was talking about the end, and all I can think about when I think about the end of this film is it could have been such a good ending.
Yeah. It had the potential to be smart.
They killed Ludendorff, if that's his name.
I'm
think that's
impressed
his-
that you remembered
think
that.
that was his name.
I didn't remember it at all.
And then she realizes that humanity can just be bad sometimes.
Yeah. And Chris Pine even says that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're just shitty.
And I felt like that was what Patty Jenkins wanted
Yeah.
out of this film.
It was a smart ending.
But then Warner Brothers went, "No, you need a big CGI grey guy." So
Get Lupin in here. Shave his mustache. No way. Shave his old English
maybe they
mustache.
meant to CGI his mustache off too, but they forgot.
Though we put all our budget into Superman's mustache, we're gonna have to leave Lupin's on.
They realized after the criticism they received from Lupin, they had to CGI out Superman's
They
mustache.
were gonna keep it on, but then they got backlash.
But like, yeah, it could have been such a good ending, and then, oh no, it was just a big grey guy controlling everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what ran it into the
Yeah.
dirt. Really,
Yeah, it could have been like an effective ending at least.
Yeah.
it could have been on my recommend list, but it wasn't.
And then she could have felt guilty about killing all.
Yeah, exactly.
Germans.
Yeah,
And
But
she
no,
didn't.
happy, but
no,
Yeah.
it's fine.
if she
'cause-
realised that it was just humanity being bad and each side was just the same,
yeah,
or like the people fighting for each side, I should say, were just
yeah,
that. They were
They're
just
in the
people
same
fighting.
positions. Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
people who are being told by their government that they have to fight
Yeah,
for them, or else they will be killed. If they desert the army, they will be killed on both sides. So they're just doing what they're told to do, or else they die. And Wonder Woman's just killing them anyway.
and it's portrayed as being a
Yeah,
good thing.
and it's glorified. So yeah, that's why Wonder Woman is below Justice League for me, because it offended me. Justice League was just terrible.
yeah.
It was just scenes of characters doing nothing after each other.
I feel like I'm maybe taking devil's advocate a bit on Justice League, but I think tonally it doesn't work with the DC universe.
No,
What doesn't?
Justice League. But if you take it out of it, it's still not a good film. But it's got something more to it than the other DC films.
I could agree with that.
Unfortunately, I think it was always going to be a mess because of what happened with Zack Snyder and his daughter.
Yeah,
It's definitely, when I came out of it, I thought, oh, that didn't feel like it was directed by two people. But then thinking about it, it's really clear that it's directed by two different people.
yeah,
So, I don't know. I feel like if Joss Whedon had directed it entirely, it still wouldn't have been great.
Well, no, it wouldn't have matched the other ones.
No. But then if Zack Snyder had directed it entirely as well, I feel like if someone directed it entirely, it would have been a better film
Yeah,
than what it turned out to be.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever going to be a good film, though. It doesn't have strong characters going into it.
No, I like The Flash, but that might just be because I like The Flash in general.
Yeah.
But I think his character was enjoyable to watch on screen.
Yeah, there was at least a bit of depth for his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Aquaman was a bit shit.
Aquaman was just there for the quips.
Batman seemed really weird in this film. It didn't seem like because it was the one part of Batman v Superman that I liked was Batman.
Yeah, I didn't like Batman in this.
And no, he seemed really off. Like,
all he did was say, "We need Superman."
yeah, and
then they got
he got
Superman.
fat sometimes, like just between shots
He got
because
fat.
yeah, because he clearly went back for reshoots
Ah, right.
and he clearly couldn't be asked. Because to be fair, I imagine that's a strict thing to
Oh, yeah,
stick
definitely.
to.
Yeah.
And Ben Affleck, I think, is really fucking done
Yeah.
with DC films.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't have to do something, I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to do it.
He regrets being part of this process.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, cool.
Okay. 30 is Pirates.
Yep.
Just like every other Pirates movie,
Really,
really.
that's above the DC films.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking awful.
I thought the visuals on the villains,
Salazar.
whatever his name is, I
Yeah.
liked that. That's the one redeeming quality. And they de-aged Johnny Depp in that one scene pretty well.
Yeah.
That's my only thing.
I thought it was fucking awful. Like, I thinking about it now, it's definitely a contender to be on the top 5 worst. I thought it was terrible. Like, absolutely. Why did they make it?
Money.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it hasn't made that much money.
Maybe they'll stop
No.
making them then.
I hope so. Shit, it's really bad. Like, the leads in it are terrible. The whole thing with that guy has a secret daughter. That was awful.
Oh, yeah, Barbosa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that. To be fair, from Jumanji to here, are pretty on par with each other
Fair enough.
for how much I dislike them.
Fair.
Yeah, not got much to say about Pirates. I said what I like. What I dislike is everything else.
Yeah. Johnny Depp. I so hate that man.
Yeah.
Did you watch Murder on the Orient Express?
No.
Fucking. I'm glad he dies in it. I'm sorry. I don't care. Don't care about spoilers.
Yeah.
How was that film?
It's all right.
Yeah.
The thing
I
is,
thought
like, I didn't like the writing in it, but surely the writing's just
From the book.
from the book.
Yeah.
So maybe I just don't like the book. Yeah.
Johnny
It doesn't
Depp
translate very well.
Johnny Depp in Pirates now is just a parody of what he was in the
Yeah,
first one.
exactly. Like, he's massively over the top compared
Yeah.
to what he used to be. Anyway, we may have got bogged down in that a bit.
Yeah. 29 is Valerian. It
Yeah.
was incredibly boring.
I haven't seen it.
I was somewhat excited for it because I like Cara Delevingne.
Yes.
She's not good in films.
She's really bad.
She's really bad. Oh well.
Sorry, Lewis.
Yeah. This one is on watch on TV because it has some interesting creature designs and like world
Yeah.
designs, which is what I'm guessing they took from the graphic novel.
Yeah.
So that's that. Yeah, it's just boring. It's not well acted. Dame DeHaan, I only like him in Chronicle.
Yeah,
It
he's
seems
not good
everything
in
else
anything
he's
else, is he?
terrible,
He's not good in Spider-Man. What else has he been in? I'm sure I've seen him in something else I didn't like him in.
There was one, I think it was last year, where there's like a hospital or something, crazy people,
Right.
something like that.
I'm not sure.
Or was sick. I think it's called The Cure, something along those lines.
Right.
Apparently, he was terrible in that. I didn't see it. Yeah, I think he just had one good movie.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Yeah. 28 Despicable Me 3
Didn't see it.
wasn't terrible.
I quite like the look of the trailer. Didn't mind the other films.
Yeah, Trey Parker's pretty good
Yeah.
as the villain, but the minions just drag it to hell.
Are they prominent in it?
Yeah,
All right. Cool.
they
As
have.
much as the other films.
I feel
Or
like
have they not done
'Cause
it,
they were,
but
like-
out a bit.
They were pretty much all of Despicable Me too.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like they've taken it back a bit, but they still had this whole B plot where the minions all
Right.
get arrested and then
Yeah.
they take over a prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those that I probably wouldn't throw my younger cousins into the TV for watching. But
Probably wouldn't.
probably, if you caught me on a good day, I wouldn't. Yeah. 27's Pitch Perfect 3.
I haven't seen it.
I really like the first Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, I really like the first one. Second one's not great.
I haven't seen the second one.
Yeah, it's not very good, really.
No.
This one just goes over the top. John Lithgow is in it.
Right.
He's doing an Australian accent because he's Fat Amy's dad,
Right.
and he's the villain because
He's the villain?
Yeah, he's a rich guy who wants money. Fat Amy's got an inheritance or something like that, and
Right.
he wants to take it from her. So they have to
So
fight.
it's not about singing.
They're singing in it,
Right.
which it's the good stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
The singing is fairly good. There's not a lot of like a cappella stuff. There's like 2 or 3 songs.
Really?
There's a riff off, that sort of thing, but the joke is the other people don't understand it, so they start playing instruments, so it loses a bit of its charm there.
Yeah.
And then they do like a few shows and that's it.
I don't understand what they thought doing sequels to that film would achieve.
No, it was
Yeah.
a really good standalone.
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, it was good by itself. It didn't need to be told any further.
Yeah.
I was looking the other day, and the reviews for each one, it started off, I think the first one was on about 70-80% on Rotten Tomatoes, then it went to like 60, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe 30.
Really?
It's just, hopefully that'll stop them from making another one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
well,
probably
that's
made
the
money,
end of
hasn't
it.
it?
The
Yeah.
slogan for this one was last
Last
call pitches.
Yeah.
So I feel like everyone goes their separate ways in this one as well.
All right. Okay.
Like,
doesn't mean they won't bring it
No,
back.
they'll just
to be
have a
fair.
no,
reunion.
yeah, they'll be able.
But I don't think it's going to make much money, to be honest. I mean,
No.
they put it against Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
But
stupid idea.
Jumanji beat Star Wars at the box office.
Did it actually?
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Jesus
surprising. Right. Okay. 26 is Annabelle Creation.
Didn't see it.
It had a pretty decent first half.
Right.
It had like I haven't seen the first.
I heard it
Annabelle.
wasn't as bad as the first one.
Annabelle's horrendous.
Yeah, Annabelle's
Alright,
fucking
okay.
awful.
I wasn't sure. The first probably the first half
Yeah.
is pretty. It has some legitimate like creepy moments. And, like it's not like in your face. It's got like background things going
Yeah.
on that you'll like notice, and you're like, oh, that's pretty creepy. It
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
scare me, but it had some creepy stuff. But then the second half just threw it all down the toilet. It had a scene where a girl gets possessed. Well, then there's a possessed ghost girl, and then there's an orphan like comes up behind it, and she's like, "What do you want?" And she turns round, and she's this CGI green demon, and she goes, "Your soul," just like that, and I laughed hysterically. Yeah, so the second half just goes off the rails, and it's
Yeah.
terrible.
What do you mean when you say, like, the stuff in the background didn't scare you? Do you mean, like, jump scare?
Yeah, there weren't any jumps. Well, there were jump scares.
Because that pisses me off when people say, like, like, the stuff happening in the background is not scary, but it's more, like, chilling sort of stuff,
Yeah,
rather than, like, that, and that's what horror should be. It
Yeah.
should be
that's
chilling
what I
and not
enjoy
jump
in horror.
scares.
Yeah.
It did have some chilling
Yeah.
moments. I wouldn't. They're not particularly good.
Yeah.
They're just not terrible. They didn't make
Yeah,
me want to
yeah.
punch my screen.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was Annabelle. 20. Oh no, where am I now? 25 Triple X. I went to see this with you, Dan.
Oh, I loved it.
I loved it, but I hated it.
Yeah.
It was terrible, but it should be lower down.
Sorry. There we go.
It it should be lower down because of how
bad
terrible
it
it
is,
is,
yeah.
but it's fun to laugh
It's
at.
great. It's a fun ride.
It sure is. There's so many.
Have you seen it yet,
Funny
Johan?
bit.
No, I haven't seen it.
All right. Sorry, but when Ice Cube shows up,
Ice
I
Cube?
loved it. Oh, it's brilliant. It's absolutely just madness. I loved every second of it.
Yeah, I have got a longer review for it on one of my
You do?
videos. I think it's Oh yeah, it's the one where I reviewed Split as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, go watch that if you care.
they're two very very different films.
Very different, yeah. 24 is Kingsman, Golden Circle.
Oh, I would have put that further down. I didn't.
You really hated this, didn't you?
I when I first came out of the cinema, I didn't have as much of a problem with it as I do now. But thinking back, the film's
Yeah,
bad.
you two seem to like it a bit more than I did. I was like hating on it, and you were like, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't good, but it was.
I
Like,
think I
average.
didn't want it to be as bad as it is.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's really
Yeah.
bad. I think because I loved the first Kingsman so much.
Yeah,
I think that's still a brilliant film.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best James Bond film
yeah,
since like the Sean Connery stuff, and
Yeah.
that's only good because it's funny. But no, it's the first Kingsman was great, and it was really a very bad film.
yeah.
Kingsman 2.
Elton John was in it, and I hated him.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
It
just
made
did
me hate
stuff.
Elton John, and I like his music.
yeah.
He's alright.
Everything they did with Harry's terrible.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They should have just let him die.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, He- yeah.
What? Immediately after he'd been shot, a helicopter comes in with these American agents in it, and they put something around his head, and it heals bullets.
Yeah,
And they don't
Bullet
think
wounds.
to tell
Yeah, don't tell
Kingsman
anyone.
that, like, by the way, we got one of your agents.
Because
yeah. They knew
don't-
about them.
Yeah, they knew about Kingsman. All right, maybe they didn't know it was Kingsman because obviously they only knew that it was another agency because of the glasses. But there can't be that many agencies. Just call a couple up. To be honest,
Yeah,
Guys,
if-
have you had a guy here?
if you're in the US, I'm willing to bet the first one you're going to call is the UK branch of your agency.
Yeah,
Because you're going to go, I can't be arsed trying to speak a foreign language.
yeah.
So you're going to call the UK up, and they're going to go, oh, yeah, that's our guy. Bring him over here. We'll sort everything out.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, and they kill off that girl who was quite an important character in the
Yeah,
first
they're
one.
just
Yeah.
off screen.
Yeah, and they kill off the dog as well, which is
Yeah.
a bit heartless.
I like thingy's Merlin's death.
Oh yeah,
I was sort of, oh, that's sad. But
yeah. It was a weird song to be singing though, because he's Scottish, and that's more of an American like.
yeah,
thing.
I think it's because it's all like, oh, we're doing America this time. I think that's why they did it.
Right. I
don't
wouldn't
know.
have done it. I would have chosen a more Scottish song.
Should have done like Danny Boy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. Moving
Bad
on.
film.
Yeah. Moving on. 23 is Alien Covenant.
Okay,
I didn't enjoy it.
that's fair. As you know, I'm a big fan of the Alien
Yeah.
franchise.
Did you like Alien Covenant?
Yeah, I was
I had-
interested to know what you thought about it.
I was very mixed on Alien Covenant.
Okay.
Overall, I'd say no, I didn't enjoy it.
Okay.
There's elements that I enjoyed. I like seeing the alien again, but that's purely for
Yeah.
nostalgic reasons.
Yeah.
Like reasons. Reasons. Overall, it's just not great. I really like Michael Fassbender. His performance
Yeah.
is good,
And he,
but I I like him in everything. So
right.
except I haven't seen Assassin's Creed.
or the Snowman.
I haven't seen the Snowman either.
I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, but he's just a good actor. in
He does
general.
a good job considering what he has to do.
Oh yeah,
really.
yeah. He's the part of the film that I'm like, yeah, I can get into it at least.
Yeah.
I can watch the film and be invested in what's happening because
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what's happened with him. Did you see Prometheus?
No,
No.
What did you think was happening with his character?
I didn't know. I had no idea what was
Yeah,
going
no,
on.
I didn't really know what was happening
Yeah,
through a fair amount of the film, to be fair.
I was enjoying his performance, and that was
Yeah.
about it. And then the alien at the end, I was like, I guess it's cool to see it. I don't have this attachment that you do. 'cause
Yeah.
I've only recently watched Alien, I think last year maybe. And then, yeah, it wasn't as suspenseful as the
yeah.
first one.
I mean,
Like, I wasn't on the edge of my seat. I was just like, I bet everyone's going to die except the girl.
yeah,
I was somewhat right, because only one of the guys survives.
yeah.
Spoilers, sorry.
I think a lot of why I didn't enjoy it is because I sort of got taken out of the film pretty quickly.
Right.
In that, like, when they first land on the planet, they're wearing nothing.
Yeah, they
to
haven't got
protect
no
themselves.
protections. Yeah.
I just don't believe this could ever happen.
Yeah.
And some guy puts his face directly next to Spores
Yeah.
and pokes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't particularly enjoy the film. I enjoyed. I want to see where it goes. Because I enjoyed Prometheus more than most. Because it had some interesting concepts in it. I think this had some interesting concepts in it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think Ridley Scott sort of he's fucked himself up a bit. But the Alien franchise is now owned by Disney because it was Fox.
Ah. Can't wait for Disney's Alien.
No, but they've said that. Because did you guys know about the Neil Blomkamp thing?
No.
No.
So Neil Blomkamp, who directed District 9, had made a lot of concept art and had a story planned out
Yeah, I remember you
for
telling
an
me
Alien
this.
film that took place directly after Aliens, so that it would wipe the rest of the continuity. And apparently, that's back on the table now.
All
All
right.
right.
So I'm happy.
You're still holding out hope for this
Yeah.
dying
Yeah.
franchise.
It's not dying, Lewis. It's dying.
Okay. Speaking of dying franchises, 22 is Kong Skull Island.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, we're now in the recommend.
All right, okay.
This is the lowest in my recommend section. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Actually,
Yeah.
it was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be complete trash,
Yeah.
but it was just complete average.
It's very much a middling film with a few good, like really good sequences and shots.
Yeah, it has some really good bits and some pretty bad bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one.
I mean, I'd say watch it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's in my
Yeah.
recommend. I guess I have to say, watch it. You
Is
might
it as long
well.
as King Kong?
No.
No,
No,
it's
no.
Fine then.
Yeah.
King Kong. Oh, it's, I hated King Kong.
Is it like 3.5 hours? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
stupid
something like that.
Yeah.
It takes them an hour to get onto the island.
Yeah.
That's just bad filmmaking. Yeah, Kong Skull Island. It was enjoyable.
Yeah,
I like the Kong effects are pretty good.
yeah,
The first like action sequence that he's in is really good. Mm-hmm. Other than that, it's an alright film
yeah.
with some good shots sprinkled throughout.
21, Beauty and the Beast.
21.
21.
I feel like I have to say I liked Beauty and the Beast because of my girlfriend.
Okay.
So I'm not going to talk for this one.
I'll do the talking for you, Dan. Don't
Alright,
worry.
thanks, Lewis.
It was fine. Watch the animated one. Don't
Yeah.
watch this one.
Yeah.
Well, it's on my recommend, so I have to say you can. If you want to see a
Yeah.
different, I can't even call it a different version. It's just the same as the animated one.
Literally, it's
Yeah.
just pretty
Yeah.
much shot for shot, isn't
I
it?
quite liked Liam Evans. So that's,
The
no,
cast-
Luke Evans. Sorry.
Yeah, Luke Evans.
Yeah.
I like him. I'm
Yeah.
a bit biased because he's Welsh, so I instantly like him. A lot like I hated Kingsman. I feel like I may have put it higher because I like Taron Egerton ever since I found out he's Welsh.
Yeah. There's good performances. Emma Watson's not a particularly good singer.
No.
Yeah, everyone raved about that.
Yeah.
The song she sang.
It's not. She's not good.
It's not great, no. She's not bad.
No, she's not bad. It's
But she's not exceptional.
a Les Mis sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of situation is.
Better than Russell Crowe, but...
Oh, Russell Crowe's bad.
Yeah, you watch it if you like Beauty and the Beast, but I would always recommend the animated one over it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't bring anything new to the table.
I would recommend neither because I don't really care.
Okay. I like Disney films, so I know they're taking over the world, but I still like them. So yeah, that's Beauty and the Beast. 20 is Power Rangers. It's fine. It's a
Yeah.
live action Power Rangers.
Yeah, we were saying earlier. It's very much. The TV show was never.
It was never good.
No, it wasn't. It was never this thing of a massive stature in pop culture.
Yeah.
It's always been what it is, and the film sort of represents it perfectly, in my opinion.
I feel like I need to confess that I never liked Power Rangers.
No, it's fair.
Yeah, I never used to watch it.
I did, but like
Yeah.
it was never a massive thing. I just sort of liked watching it.
No,
So when I really liked the film for some reason, like the
Yeah.
first Power Rangers film, I loved it. But I think it's because it starts with a skydiving sequence and one of them's on a snowboard in the sky, and
Right.
little 8-year-old me was like, "That's pretty cool." I think it's as good as the TV show was, but with a
Yeah.
higher budget.
Yeah, definitely.
And I did get a bit nostalgic at points
Right.
where I'm like, because even the action in it, although it looks far better, it's still the same sort of stuff.
Yeah, I was
Like stunt
thinking
work?
that. Yeah.
Like, because there's all just ridiculous flips and it looks like they're on wires, but I kind of feel like that's what they were going for.
Yeah.
And then the shot when they're running and the Power Rangers theme's kicking in, I'm like, fuck yeah.
I really like that scene, and I don't have any nostalgic connection to
It's
it.
full on, like, they don't do anything to the theme.
No, it's just the theme.
It's the theme. They're running. They're all in the costumes, and it's just go Power Rangers. Oh, it's brilliant. Loved it.
Yeah, it's great. Sorry, we've been calling it's Krispy Kreme's Power Rangers.
Did you see it?
No, but I remember you talking about it.
It's on Netflix, right? Watch it.
Yeah.
The whole film revolves around Krispy Kreme. Genuinely.
There's a scene where Rita Repulsa is sat in Krispy Kreme eating a donut.
Oh, it's funny. Just to hear them go, we need to get to Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, they're like being interrogated, and like the Billy that's his name.
Yeah.
Billy is like, he's the only one who knows where it is, and she's like, where is it? And he's like,
Yeah.
it's at the Krispy Kreme.
Oh, it's good shit.
Yeah, that's Krispy Kreme's Power Rangers.
Are we halfway through yet?
We're on 19.
All right, we got about 20 minutes till Joe gets it.
Okay, cool. 19, Dunkirk.
Oh, nah.
It was an average war film for
Yeah.
me. I know you didn't particularly like it, Dan.
It was disappointment more than anything. I'm not a massive fan of war, like specifically World War One films.
Right.
World War Two, sorry.
Okay.
Because I feel it's overdone. It's not.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
stuff like Saving Private Ryan, I think is great. But because it's such an oversaturated market, you really need to make the best of the best for it to be a standout war
Yeah.
film, and it wasn't.
I feel like they were going for that with the whole time
jumpy
difference,
thing.
but it
didn't work for the film. It would have worked
No.
better
Yeah, it didn't
just
explain what it
chronologically.
was doing really very well.
No.
So I remember I got a bit lost through it.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I didn't get lost is I think Joe told me that it was
Yeah.
there were time differences.
Well, at the start, because it says like at the
Yeah,
start.
it was like air, sea, and land.
Yeah, and it said like when they were happening, at what
Yeah,
times
it was
they
like
were happening.
1 month, 1 day, 1 hour. Something
Yeah,
like that.
but I missed that at the start because I
Yeah.
don't know, I was sorting out my glasses or something.
Yeah.
So I missed that, and I was like, "What the fuck's happening?"
I think I might have done that because I don't remember it seeing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just didn't
exactly.
notice
I feel like I wouldn't notice it if Joe hadn't told
No.
me to look out for
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, so especially for a Christopher Nolan film, it's just a bit
Yeah.
of disappointment.
I just remember it being very loud.
It
Yeah,
was
it was
loud,
very
wasn't
loud.
it? Yeah,
All right,
All right,
Cars
cool.
3 is number 18.
I haven't seen it.
It's pretty decent. It's
Yeah.
about as good as the first Cars.
Oh,
Alright.
fair
Yeah.
enough.
Well, in my opinion, anyway, it's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
good. It's a passing of the torch. The plot is basically Lightning McQueen's a bit too old now.
Is
so
it-
he. Is it what?
Is it the sequel? It should have. Cars 2 should have been.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You can. I haven't seen Cars 2.
You can just skip
and
it.
I don't want to, yeah.
Alright, yeah,
and it
yeah.
makes perfect sense to me. They don't reference it or mention it at all.
Yeah.
Probably a
to my
smart
knowledge. Yeah. It's about Lightning McQueen like trying to hold on to his past.
Yeah.
But then in the end he like sort of accepts that he needs to move on and become more of the Doc character
Mm.
from the first one. and he does, and it's a nice little story.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Okay, 17 is T2 Train Spotting.
Don't think I saw it.
Yeah, I did a review for this one as well. It's more of a celebration than a sequel.
Yeah,
And I like Train Spotting, so
yeah.
Yeah.
I was happy with it. But like,
Yeah.
it's not really one that you can just go in without seeing Train Spotting,
Mm.
or else you would just be like, why are they doing all this?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on? Yeah, but if you like Train Spotting, then you'll like this.
All right, cool.
16 is Paddington 2.
Didn't see it. Saw the first one. Loved it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got the guy from Horrible Histories has a little scene. It's my favorite scene.
Right.
And there's like these nuns or something, and he like, you know, in Ant-Man when Michael Peña's like describing something, the story, it's similar to that, but with a guy from Horrible Histories. You know, the
Is it like the really weird guy?
the death guy.
Yeah,
What's it
yeah.
called? Gruesome.
Yeah, I know.
Stupid Death.
Stupid Death,
Yeah,
yeah. I
it's
know
that
that
guy. I
Yeah.
think he was my favorite from the Horrible Histories.
He was my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a scene in it. Richard Iowati is in it as well for
Oh,
a tiny
okay.
bit. He's got a few funny lines.
Yeah.
But he's basically playing Moss because that's
Fair
all
enough.
he does
Yeah.
really. But Moss is a good character,
Yeah.
so I'm happy with that. Yeah, Paddington 2. It stays true to the Paddington character as well.
Yeah.
which I like because I like Paddington.
I was
from when
I was
younger.
really surprised with the first one. Like, I think that it's very much a film where you're like, it's just going to be a bit of a shit kids film,
Yeah,
but like
I
it's
feel like-
enjoyable.
I thought they were going to modernize him.
Yeah.
Like this new Peter Rabbit film that's going to come out. I hate the look of it. One, because it's James Corden. Two, I knew it. I was scrolling on Facebook, and you know the trailer that comes up, and there's no sound, and I was like, "It's gonna be fucking James Corden." I know it is. And then I clicked on it, and it was. And yeah, they're just modernizing it, and
Yeah.
it just looks terrible.
Yeah.
But Paddington pulled it off, and did it a second time as well.
Fair play.
Okay, 15 is Split. M. Night Shyamalan is back in business.
Yeah, he's got his shit together.
Yeah.
Took
The
a
Visit,
while.
I thought, was a good step in the right direction.
Yeah.
And then this got him back on track.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm excited to see what's going to come next.
Well, it's glass, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Have you seen Unbreakable?
No.
Watch that film.
Okay.
It's really good. I'd say it's his best film.
Yeah.
So Glass is the next one, which is a sequel to that and this.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
We have a whole review of that film anyway, don't we?
Yes,
Yeah,
I've done
that's-
a review for that
that's
one,
just
yeah.
done that one.
Yeah, you can go watch that. 14 is Star Wars. I had a lot of problems with it. I had a lot of things that I liked in it. So
Yeah.
it just kind of averaged out in the middle.
Yeah, I liked a lot more than I disliked in it. So I think I was more accepting of it.
Yeah.
I really liked Star Wars.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a much better direction for the franchise to go in.
Yeah.
I was glad. I hate these people who are like, "Oh, that's not my Luke.
yeah, no,
Get rid of this from the universe."
the Luke stuff I actually enjoyed.
The
Yeah.
Luke stuff's brilliant.
Yeah.
I just the people that are saying the shit
Yeah.
are making me love the film more
Right.
because it just makes me want to hit them.
Yeah. I thought I didn't know I was gonna be saying this when it's not 2017 anymore, but I thought this would be a lot later, but I'm done with Star Wars.
Really?
I kind of hate it now.
I wasn't massive after Rogue One.
Yeah.
Thought that was immediately after I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I was
Because at the
exactly
end of
the
that
same.
film's designed to make you think the rest of it was better than it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, after this, I think I'm back to full strength with Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I just want to see where it's going with it now.
Yeah, it
interesting.
made interesting choices that I want to see what happens with. The Canterbite stuff is bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's full on bad. Mm-hmm. But it was such a small amount of the film that I was okay with it.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned a while ago that you didn't like that the commander didn't tell anyone her plan.
Yeah.
But I
that
thought
was
about this, and
Okay.
and it's a military unit, and not every soldier knows the plan.
Okay. But she knew that he was sporadic and would probably do something.
Yeah, but he should have just followed the orders.
I'm not saying he was in the right, but I'm saying she should have. If they were in a desperate situation and he's capable of doing something stupid that could get a lot of people killed, so she probably should have done something.
I don't know. I just think if you think about it as if this was a military unit,
Okay.
the way she dealt with it probably would have been how it was dealt. It would have been dealt with.
Okay.
Also, you got to remember she's second in command.
Yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't know the full extent of what this person's like, I suppose.
She said she dealt with people like him before, though, and she'd already seen what he'd done in the beginning of the film, where they made a Guardians of the Galaxy style joke that was not fitting for Star Wars at all.
What the comms
The
thing?
mobile phone humor.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to put a lot more comedy in than I expected from a Star Wars film.
Yeah, I didn't like any of the comedy bit. I didn't.
No, it just didn't seem very fitting.
No, it
I-
just made me sigh and it made me want it to be over. And then it
Yeah.
went on for longer than I wanted it to. Because it felt like it had somewhat of a satisfying conclusion that left a little bit open to be done with. But then they had that whole sequence with the Salt Planet.
Yeah, but I love the Salt Planet stuff. I think that was brilliant.
It had some nice visuals, but
The whole stuff with Luke and Kylo Ren, though.
yeah, I like that. I didn't
Yeah.
like the bit where Rose
No, that's
saved Finn
stupid.
by
Oh, yeah, that
getting.
I think
That was
Finn
annoying.
could have died. I think
I
that,
thought
that
Finn
would
was
have
gonna
been
die,
a
yeah.
good way to sort of round off his character.
Yeah. Because he's got nothing else to do now, really.
Nice guy's love story with Rose.
No, that was the worst thing. I also didn't like they set up things that I was excited to find out about in The Force Awakens. They set up
Right,
this-
should we just
we're
say
getting into spoilers, yeah.
Spoilers for The Last Jedi.
we're getting in. They set up Rey's parents something. It's going to be something interesting.
Yeah.
It wasn't something interesting.
I was so happy with that reveal.
Yeah, they're just not.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can be happy with that reveal. It wasn't done. I would have liked it to be a bit more interesting.
I don't know if it had been anybody,
Yeah,
it would have been dumb.
I can agree with that. But that's not the main one. The main one is killing Snoke for
I
no
was
reason.
I was happy with that as well.
I wanted to find out more about him. You look at him.
I don't think
you
you
look
need
at
to
look at
find
him
more
though.
about him.
Look at him.
Yeah.
That's an interesting character design.
It's an
What happened
interesting
to
design.
him? What happened to him? What's his story?
Well,
What's he going to do? What's he capable of?
what happened to Darth Sidious?
Who's this now? Is that
Sorry,
the
the
guy
Emperor.
the Emperor?
Yeah,
Is that his other name?
Darth Sidious is
Okay,
the
yeah.
Emperor's name.
Which one is the one that he killed that people thought Snoke was?
What?
Darth Plagueis?
Darth Plagueis, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Darth Sidious, what was going on there? He was just a big bad guy
Yeah.
that they killed off at the end.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Still, it just felt a bit
If-
cheap.
If they'd have not killed off Snoke like they did,
Mm-hmm.
then people would have just gone,
Emperor.
"Oh, you just Return of the Jedi."
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that
Yeah.
one as well.
They
set-
couldn't have gone in the direction they did if they
Yeah.
if they didn't do that.
They set up his throne room to look almost exactly like the Emperor's.
Yeah.
They gave him a speech that was almost exactly like the Emperor's,
Yeah.
and then they fucked it.
Okay.
And I loved that.
Right. Yeah, I liked it up to the point where Kylo Ren was like, "Join me, and we'll fuck all this old shit. We'll do us now. We won't do
Yeah.
light and dark. It's just me and you doing what we think is good." And I was like, yeah, they should do that. And then Ray fucks off.
Yeah.
So
I-
it was,
I understand the issue there,
yeah,
but I like that Kylo Ren's been corrupted. He's beyond return. But Rey's not got there, so she can see where he's going wrong there.
okay.
I think it's given more of a grey area to Star Wars, but it's not completely got rid of what Star Wars is about,
Okay.
which ultimately is good versus bad.
Yeah.
It's Nazis versus everybody else.
Yeah. But I'd rather see the grey area instead of have it still Nazis versus the good guys.
I think that's. I don't think that can be said whether that's going to be seen at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I'm not. I still liked it. It's still on
Yeah.
It's at the top of my recommend list.
Sorry, I got like a bit
You got very
passionate.
Yeah.
defensive there.
Yeah. Sorry, Lewis.
It's okay.
But we got 5 minutes, by the way.
It's cool. It's cool. We're on by it now.
All right, cool.
Captain Underpants.
Didn't see it.
13. It's very similar to the books, which
Yeah.
I'm probably a bit biased because I loved the books when I was younger. I read the newest one. I waited 5 years for a book to come out. The newest. I don't think it's the newest anymore.
Yeah.
But it was ages ago now, and I read it, and I was a lot older, and I thought this is terrible. But they made it a good movie, and I love the animation style because they keep it very true to the illustrations in the books.
It did look good, to be fair.
Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed that very much.
Is that a Sony film?
No, it's DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
They are very hit and miss.
DreamWorks have released something on Netflix that I saw the other day
I saw it.
that just had no marketing for it whatsoever.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I was a bit confused as to what was happening.
Right. Okay. 12 is Spider-Man: Homecoming. We talked about
Yeah.
what I like. I like Michael Keaton and Tom Holland. They're good. It didn't really feel like a Spider-Man movie. It felt like a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
11 is War for the Planet of the Apes. We've talked about. It's good
Yeah.
ending. They're the same quality throughout, I think.
Yeah.
Now we're in the top 10. Blade Runner is my number 10. We talked about how long it is, but I enjoyed it. Beautiful shots.
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
Set design, just world building. But that's like
Yeah.
carried on from the first one as well. Ryan Gosling
I'd
is
say
great.
it's a better film than the first one.
Yeah, I haven't seen the first one. We tried to watch it at yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 9 is John Wick 2.
Yeah.
I've got a review for this out.
I was very close to putting that in my top 5.
Yeah, it's just as good as the first one, and it's just brilliant.
Yeah. They're two of the best action films to have come out in like the past 10 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Them and Mad Max are like they're the
Yeah.
gold standard at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. 8, Thor Ragnarok. We talked about that. I did really enjoy it.
Yeah.
These ones are very close to each other and how much I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. It was
Yeah.
impactful. It was good. It was great.
I love
I
Korg.
liked it. Huh?
Is it Korg? Is that his name?
Korg, yeah, Korg's great.
Korg's brilliant.
Yeah,
Taika Waititi is just the best.
Yeah. 7 is It. It was the surprise of the year for me.
Yeah.
Since I heard it was coming out, I was calling it It because I thought it was going to be terrible, and then
Yeah.
it ruined my joke by being really good.
I'm gonna have to actually watch this.
Oh
Yeah.
If you like horror,
Yeah,
then it is
yeah.
Yeah.
it's so good.
I'm gonna. It's the best horror movie, I think, because Get Out is more of
Yeah,
a
it's
thriller.
more of a thriller.
Yeah.
That's
but,
the category I'd put Get Out.
I
in.
had the most enjoyment with it out of any other film this year because of how much I got to scare Ethan. It was brilliant. The other day, right? Because me, Joe, and Greg love to scare Ethan, but I don't usually join in too much. It's usually Joe and Greg. But the other day, we had like a 3-stage plan. Right? Ethan was coming out of the kitchen, and Joe hid behind the door of the kitchen, and he tried to scare him, and he just didn't flinch at all. And so Greg hid around the corner of the stairs, and he jumped out at him, and it slightly got him, but not properly. So Ethan came up to his room, and I'd gone into his room and hid behind the door. And he opens the door, and I just come out, and I just and he flew backwards, it hit the wall, and then proceeded to slide down the wall, and I thought he was crying. It was brilliant.
Is this why he wants to move out next year?
Yeah, probably. but it all started from it, so
Okay,
I've got so much enjoyment out of that film.
brilliant. 6 is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Like I
Yeah.
said before, it's my first one is my favorite Marvel movie.
Yeah,
The humor didn't always work for me.
yeah.
I know I put it above Thor, but I think all the humor hit for me in Thor.
Yeah, that was.
I
one
can't
of the things for
remember,
me in
like,
Guardians.
Yeah,
liking it.
I
A lot of
found
the humor just didn't work for me in Thor.
yeah. I think Guardians 2 is a really good film. It has a better villain.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
I love that they actually did Ego the Living Planet, and although he's not a planet for the majority of it, there's
Yeah.
one shot where he is, and it's just brilliant. Yeah,
yeah. I suppose I'm biased because I love the characters. That's what.
yeah.
That's why I liked it the most. Is seeing more of the characters.
Yeah.
And my favorite character from the first one is Yondu, and he gets a lot more to do in this.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
great in this. Like really, really
that's,
good.
That's what pushed it over the edge.
Yeah.
because I love that character, and I love Michael Rooker in that performance.
Yeah,
and,
he's great.
and he's really good in this film. Okay, 5 is Disaster Artist.
I haven't seen it.
No, neither have I.
Yeah,
I was surprised you put that at 5 though, because
I did-
when you first told me about what you thought of it, you weren't.
yeah.
Too
It
fussed.
could have been better.
Yeah.
It definitely could have been better. They could have done a lot more with the. I don't know. It doesn't quite get it right when they're doing the recreations and things. It's funny, but it's not quite
Yeah.
as good as The Room. But I love The Room. What?
It's not quite as good as The Room.
The Room is great. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I love The Room. So this is definite bias that is bits up here.
That's fair enough.
I love.
Are we in best of the year yet?
Oh yeah. No, we're not actually. There's
Alright,
only
cool.
4 in best of the year.
So
So yeah, I'm completely biased because I love Tommy
Yeah.
Wiseau as a person, even though he was a shitty person when he was making it, and they
Yeah.
show that he was a shitty person, even though he
Yeah.
was involved in it, in the making of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. Like I knew most of the stuff they were talking about because I've
yeah.
looked into the facts about making it and everything. I've got the signed script that Joe got me. I love it.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Okay.
Is that paused? Oh, it hasn't paused. We'll just get him in on it
Okay.
for a few minutes.
I thought it was him knocking then. I was like, how's he doing that?
We're just finishing up the podcast if you want to join. It's list of 2017, but Lewis has just got 4 films to go over, and then
Hello, Joe.
do you 2 want to share them?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's alright.
It's your fault.
Alright, fair enough. So we got Joe now.
Say hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe. That was the funny joke.
Yeah, it was funny.
You're gonna have to lean over,
Yeah.
to take it in turns when you want to speak.
Hello.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Let's cut all momentum.
Right, we're on my fourth
Just
favorite.
lean into it a bit.
Okay,
All right,
we're
cheers.
on the best of the year now.
Yep. All
You
right,
can
cool.
give your input if you want, Joe. I don't know if you've seen these. My fourth one is Get Out. We've discussed it quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched it a second time, because I bought all 4 of my top 4 I bought on Blu-ray.
Cool.
And I watched it again, and it's even better on the second viewing once you know what the twist is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hints towards it, and
I should watch it
brilliant.
again.
It
Have you
is-
seen it once?
Yeah, I've only
Yeah,
seen it
me
once.
too.
It's definitely better on a second viewing as well.
Yeah.
The third favorite is Lego Batman movie, which we haven't
I
talked
love that.
about.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. I love
Yeah.
it so much.
It's great.
Yeah, not got much to say about it. It's just brilliant.
No, it's just really good. A lot of the jokes land really well. I particularly like when he's talking about getting through the vents at the Fortress of Solitude, and his computer is like, "You are too super swell." And then it gets, too buff. I love it.
Yeah, it's great. Number 2 is Logan,
Yeah,
which I watched again today
yeah,
before coming here, and it still holds up. It's brilliant.
It's
Saw
a
it
great
twice
film.
in the cinema,
yeah.
and again now. It's
I think I might have seen it twice actually.
I saw it twice. Yeah.
it's very good. And we've already talked about number 1. And Joe, you can put your input because I know you've seen this one.
Yes, I have. Here's my input. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
All right, cool.
Okay.
It's Baby Driver is my number 1.
That's your number 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just leaning in. You know, you don't have to pause with me.
That's strange. I thought you didn't like it as much as
Yeah.
Get Out.
I was not hot on the ending,
Yeah.
and when I initially saw it, but thinking back on it, I was thinking back on it for
Yeah.
like a good few weeks after watching it, and I was like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really good. And I watched it again before coming here. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
It's really good. It's
So
it's a brilliant
detailed.
film.
Everything is good about it.
Joe, you liked the soundtrack, didn't you?
I very much liked the soundtrack. I was very excited to see one of my favorite bands being played in it, and
Yeah.
they did some remixes and stuff.
Joe doesn't
Can you-
actually
can you-
speak
can you-
like this, by the way.
Can you see I don't know much about movies, so I just pretend to talk things.
You like Hocus Pocus by Focus?
Yes.
Which I like.
That's the single best name for a song in a band
Yeah.
ever. I love it.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that about wraps it up. Mm-hmm. Hey, Joe, do you want to just say some random shit?
Oh,
What's your favorite film of the year, Joe?
my favorite film of the year. I'm gonna go with the status quo and say it was Baby Driver
Oh, it's fun.
because of Hocus Pocus.
By Focus.
Focus. Random
What
shit.
was your least favorite?
What was my least favorite?
need to remember
Dark Knight was the last night. That was it. Yeah. Shut up.
That damn bad film from
That damn
2017.
Batman.
The Last Night.
The last night. Yes, the Transformers movie.
Yes.
That was awful.
Would you say you dislike that more than Wonder Woman?
Yeah, because I had no idea what was going on in it. I at least had a clue what was going on in Wonder Woman.
You didn't like what was going on, but you knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Transformers, you didn't like what was going on, and you had no idea what was going on.
Also, neither of those films had Hocus Pocus by Focus in them.
That's true, Joe. You're not wrong.
That instantly makes it a bad film.
You want to make a good film.
There's one good film, and it's Baby Driver. All right, that'll about do it. All right, cheers for listening. We don't know when the next one of these is going to be.
Just wait and
let's
see.
be. I'm not going to bother saying see you next week because fuck it, we will not.
We'll have to make a 2018 list for me. Guess that'll
Yeah.
happen at some point.
All right, we'll sort that out
One day.
off air.
Yeah. Well, you guys are going back to Cardiff this week, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So
Yeah.
you guys could do an episode just you because I'm still going to be up here next week.
That's
so
true.
You guys could make me a list, just you two.
I've been listening the whole time, and I think this sounds better than it usually does. So
Alright.
I might change the setup a bit because
Okay.
it'll be easier as well.
That's good.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we'll see it around.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know when.
I won't.
No, Joe won't. Nah, we'll have you back, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
With
have
my
you-
valuable input.
next time a film has Hocus Pocus in it. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
That doesn't stop it.
No, it doesn't. What the fuck? Oh, what?